Hey everybody, welcome back to Planescape Torment. It has been a while. If you're with the channel, then you already know that we moved, and if not, then you could already see behind me that we moved. Things will still change behind me a little bit as we organize, but yeah, it's a new look. And right now, there's a giant window here, so you can see that there's more light coming from this direction, and I look way more real because there's so much light. But also it's a lot of light, and we don't have curtains yet, so that's how the light looks. But the majority of interest is on the game itself, so there's no worries. Where the hell were we? We kind of did everything here, I feel. Right? Take a message to Kelder during at the Foundry. So now we can go into the Foundry in exchange for 100 coins. This is our core main quest. Lothar suggested we get to Ravel Puzzlewell, who can tell me who I am. Stole my mortality from me. Requeen's Curse of Stench, which I don't know, this is from a long time ago. And find his tombstone for the Crier of Es-Anan. These are, don't know anything about them. So let's talk to Godsman Guard. I see a burly, bored-looking guard. State your business, please. I'm just looking around. I'm here to pick up an order. I'm here to put in an order. Who are you? What are you doing? What is this place? I have a message from Kelder from Glitzper the Auctioneer. Thank you, sir. You'll find him in the Great Godsman. He opens the gate for you. So, it's not long you live, but now you live to determine the next step towards enlightenment.
Right.
It's not how long you live, but... yeah, Godsman Guard. So, we're in. Welcome back, sir. You have more business inside. Please keep the courtyard clear and keep moving. Okay, they don't really say anything more than that, but we can talk to the guardsman. And we can go in because of Keldor, which is pretty cool. We're just going to explore and see that there's nothing here. And a bit more to the right. And yeah, I think that what's left is entrance to the Great Foundry. We're just going to go in. There's not much else to do right now. Godsman Guard, Godsman Guard. So, save. 123. The Great Foundry. Alright, I hope that the echo is a lot better now because there's more stuff, but I don't know. I hope that the sound is better now. Godsman, Foundry Worker. So, you see a drab hiver hauling crates around. You can't even tell this poor sod's sex. What do you want from me? Just a couple of answers. Ask away. Who are you? Why? You with the takers? I already paid my taxes. The takers? Who? You know, the taxman of the city. What are you, clueless? Get back to work. Just some answers. Who are you? No, I was just curious, being friendly. Don't really have time to be friendly, especially with the yard boss looking over the shoulder. We're busy these days. How about if I just tell you I can be friendly when this project's done? I need to cut my fingernails. Alright, random tidbit. Alright, maybe you can answer another question. Ask away. What are you doing? Making my daily wage, working to improve myself, keeping this place clean, making sure the material gets to the smiths when they need it, making sure the finished product gets wherever it's supposed to go. In short, my job. So your job is basically cleanup and grunt work, if you want to look at it that way. Since I'm learning this Godsman's screed, I figure it's a test of stubbornness. I look at my whole life as a test of stubbornness. Why not look at a test of smarts and just walk away? Walk away to what? Who's going to hire me? Systems made sure I'm not fit for other kinds of labor except menial because I was born into the hive. Hells, I'm happy to have made it this far. Unless you can get me a better job than this, I'm happy where I am, better than starving to death. That's convincing, but don't you think you could do it better? You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Oh, please, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. What? And end up looking like a scared zombie, like a scarred zombie like you? No thanks. I don't know what you've done, but I'm happy how I am. Thanks. Slow progression through life is more suited to my beliefs. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to work. The worker turns and ignores you. I will go through this again. What are you doing? So your job is to clean up and grunt work. Why not just test the smarts and walk away? That's convincing, but you think you could do it better? Tell you what, you live your life and I'll live mine, right? Okay, he doesn't. What are you doing? I see, another question. Who's your boss? Why, you work for him? Are you kidding? One of the most rotten bastards I've ever seen my misfortune to run across, and I grew up in the hive amidst some real winners. Hope he gets killed soon, painfully and horribly, but then most of us yard workers do. I see. Forget it, farewell. Yeah, he didn't really tell me much. Godsman Worker, probably locked, not locked. To the Godsman Hall, Godsman Guard, Nadilan. Let's talk to Nadilan. You see a wizened old man with trembling hands and a cunning face. He looks you over carefully and speaks. Hell, have I seen you before? You seem familiar to me somehow. I suppose it's possible. I never forget a face. It'll come to me. To bater with it. Do you remember where? It's important to me. Not so fast, lad. It takes a while for the mind to warm up to a task like this. I've lived a long time and seen a lot more faces in that time, and it ain't so easy to remember. Memory's a fleeting thing, and that's some you can bank on. Before replying, you mutter, "Tell me about it, lad." Then forget it. I'm here to pick up an item. Then I'd like to pick up some gear. What then can you tell me who you are? Me? I'm Nadillin, Godsman Fighter Extraordinaire, he sighs. At least I used to be. Now I'm a clerk at the Foundry, breathing in the salty air and hastening my dying day along. That's a pity. Right, that's all I need to know. No, that's a pity. Other questions. Was there something else you wanted? You mentioned having seen me before. Do you remember where? Not so fast. I'd like to pick up some gear for the forge. Ah, you're wanting to be a smith now, eh, lad? Very well. You'll need an apron, 10 coppers, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer, which will be 20. That comes to, let me see, 50 coppers. That comes to 40. I'm sorry, that sounds like more like 40. Comes to 40 coppers, old man. What am I thinking? Of course it is. I tell you, memory's an insidious thing. That it is. Give me the stuff. Sure. Gained item. Don't forget to pick up some ore from Thilion if you're wanting to work the forge. He's a miserably bastard, but he's the only person to get ore from. Thanks. I had other questions. I just wanted to see your smiling first. Bless you, son. And now if you'll excuse me, I have some windows to look out. Right. So, I'm here to pick up an item. Do you have a receipt? You need a receipt or he can't give you anything. No. He paused for a moment. If you got a receipt, give it to me. Otherwise, I can't give you anything. Now go on. I'm sure I can be a busy man with a played with by a passerby. I'm here to pick up an item. Who are you? I'd like to pick up some gear for the forge. Oh, I don't know what I need. I don't think I need that right now for a while. Actually, what did he give me? Tongs, leather apron, and forge hammer. Okay. Glitzper's note. To Glitzper. Okay. No, that's the other thing that I need to deliver. Who are you again? Okay. Seen me before? Before replying, you mutter. Then can you tell me who you are? I'd like to pick up some gear. I'm here to pick up an item. No. Okay. Alright, not much else we could do here.
Can't run while I'm carrying all this.
Oh, I am not strong enough. How weigh is those? Well, I guess these things weigh a lot. Mind. Okay.
Can't run while I'm carrying. Can't run while I'm carrying.
Can't run while I'm carrying. Can't run while I'm carrying stuff. Cool. Also, she can carry infinite. Everybody else can carry infinity everything except for me. What else are you carrying that's so weighty? The tomes weigh a lot. I see. An eyeball does not. This thing, yeah, a bunch of stuff weigh quite a lot, but we're gonna just hang on to it. Rags. Okay, rags. Apparently quite a lot. Clipped copper piece. So yeah, now you have infinite. Now infinite. Now you have. You can carry some weight. Godsman guard Thildian. Talk to Thildian. You see a slab-stomached man with thick arms and a scraggly beard. He smells as if he hadn't washed in ages, and his breath doesn't do much for your breakfast. He's in the process of ordering around subordinates as you approach him, and he deals a quick cuff to the ear of one of them. He turns to face you, hitching up his belt. What do you want? You want answers like what? Who are you? Thildian the Grey, supervisor for this yard. My job is to make sure my laborers get their jobs done, and to make sure people like you don't distract them. They work little enough as it is, the little sods, and they'd manage to lose the rest of the day in idleness if I weren't here. I'm tough, but I'm fair. Ask anyone. Why do they call you the Grey? Because I'm covered in soot most of the time from those blasted furnaces. It's a nickname my laborer have given me, out of affection, no doubt. Sarcastic. No doubt. They really seem to respect your gentle soul. Serious. No doubt. That's right, they do. They know if they don't, they'll get what's coming to them. You want answers like what? Tell me about the Godsmen. They took me in and trained me to be what I am today, and I got to thank them for that. They took my raw talent and shaped it into skill. I tell you, I'm a favorite of the factols, and someday he'll show everyone just how important I am in this organization. They tell me that everyone has godliness in them. It's true for me. I think I'm closer than most folk. To tell the truth, that gives me the right to act like a god and to expect total devotion from my inferiors. I've got like a little, God damn it, glasses. It's still there. Whatever. That gives me the right to act like a god and to expect total devotion from my inferiors. I'm learning to take power and move mountains with belief in myself. When I rule the cosmos, you can bet I'll remember every one of the Burks who stood in my way. That's interesting. I had some other questions. I need to use the forge. Can you give me some ore? Gained item. He looks you up and down, carefully considering, and says, "You want to be a smith? Can't say the fire will do much to skin like that. Take it then, and don't get in the way of my workers. Good day, sir." Iron ore, a lump of iron. And we do have all of these, so I guess we'll put them here, and we'll see what happens. So we talked to Thildian, Godsman Guard, Foundry Worker, blah blah blah, worker. Alyssa Tailed. You see a short woman with slight horns in her forehead and ears that curve sharply back to her skull. She smells faintly of sulfur, even over the reek of the Foundry's fires. Greetings, what can I do for you? I'm looking for the pickup office. I have an item waiting for me. Who are you? I'm Alyssa Tilled, supervisor for this area being the main Foundry area for the Great Foundry, where much of our current public work takes place. The Foundry is larger than this, of course, but we have a large contract we're working on, and we've sworn to secrecy, so most of the work area is off limits. My apologies. Off limits? Ridiculous. Farewell. I understand. I'd like a tour. Ordinarily, there's nothing I'd like better. Sadly, right now we're a little busy. Come back in a year or so and I'll be happy to provide one. What's going on? We've taken a huge and very, very secret contract, one that is taking up practically all our resources. We maintain a smaller operation for the day-to-day items for our other orders, but right now the Foundry is devoted to fulfilling our contract. Don't bother asking about it because I won't tell you. You seem very firm about this. Very well, I have other questions. What's going on here? We've taken a huge and very, what exactly do Godsmen stand for? This is both a communal and individual faction, and there are variations in the theme depending on whom one speaks with, but the basic gist of it all is that life, nay, all existence itself, is a test of sorts. All things that arise test us, and how we react determines how we move closer to the true understanding of everything. We seek the truth behind the multiverse, and it's apparent to us that ours is the right way. How do I join? Go speak to Keldor of Durian in the meeting hall through the door to the right wall. Thanks. Where can I get those items to work the forge? If you can't find them lying around somewhere, then you'll have to buy them from the clerk for a nominal price, of course. Okay, I need to get into the guarded room back there. I'd love to help you, but only the real high-ups can authorize that. You'd have to speak to Keldor about that. Fine, I have other questions. I need to use the forge. Certainly, just make sure you have the proper items for it. Protection from the flames, tongues, hammer, and, of course, your iron ore. Right, I had other questions. Pickup office, I have an item waiting for me. It's that office with the desk. You should be sitting right behind it. Looking for the way out. Look back that way. You see the long tunnel there? Simply walk through it, and you have your way to the main gate. Godsman. This is... Doors locked. Foundry worker. Godsman. Thildian. Doors locked. So we have the Godsman armory. This is another locked door. And I'm assuming I won't be able to open any of them because why would I be able to open any of them? In order to do anything, we need to talk to Keldor. This guy was Needlebling or whatever. And now we're going to go in here and find Keldor in here. Maybe. Or maybe not. Stairs to the upper level. Okay, we're just gonna make a big save. Foundry people. What just happened?
I'm gone. I'm gone.
I just try to make a save. Delete. New save. Foundry people. Did I load by accident or something? I'm not even sure. Sarosa, you see a young woman. As you approach her, her eyes stare directly into yours. You get the uncomfortable feeling that she's not just examining your eye color, her gaze seems to penetrate far deeper than that. Greetings, stranger. How goes your day? Well enough. I would like to ask some questions for me. What answers do you seek, half-man? Why do you call me half-man? I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit. All other mortals who pass through my life show their spirits to me as a shining spark or a smoldering ember. You show nothing at all. I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit as I see those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you are but half a man. What the other half is, I cannot say. Okay. Who are you? I am Sarosa, daughter of Sandoz, one of the factors of the Godsmen. Can you answer questions for me? What answers you seek, half-man? Tell me of your family. My brother Soros is a child of the Foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy of the believers of the Source. My father is a factor here, and his travels have led him far from the Foundry and into realms most mortals never dream of achieving. Tell me of your brother. Cyrus is a brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to his manhood. He is eager to prove himself equal of anything on the plains, full of aggression of youth. I believe he feels himself more sensate than Godsmen, further vindicating my belief that the Sensates are the most immature of all factions of Sigil. Why are they the most immature? Why are they the most immature? Because, like children, they do not understand that there's more beyond the world of the senses, beyond what one can see, hear, taste, touch, smell. Look around you. You're in the outer planes. This is belief made solid, but that does not mean this seemingly rough matter can be comprehended by the senses. This is belief. No more physicality can match it. No mere physicality can match it. Okay. There's not much to bid. Yeah, okay, cool. Just nice talking to you, I guess. That's to the upper level, and this is to Keldor, the dude. There's a lot of smiths everywhere. There's Saros over here, Bedley Lynn, and there's no way to get to the back. There is. Neil Lazanda. There's a lot of people here. Foundry is a big place. Let's just talk to one of the smiths at random. Sorry, farewell. He gives you a quick trick. I'm trying to listen to Keldor. I want to learn. The Cosmos is our classroom. Okay. Let's talk to Saris. You see a sandy-haired youth. He's on the cusp between adolescence and adulthood, and from his eyes, it looks like he's trying to be as adult as possible without having the slightest idea how. In other words, he seems innocent. Hey strangers, what can I do for you? You can answer a few questions. Tell me about yourself. Me? I'm Saros. I grew up around here, got to run through the Foundry, playing with stuff. I like pretty much everyone here, except for Thilden. He keeps saying I'm not raised right and that my father is a poor parent. All I know is that Thilden is the biggest sod I've ever met. I'm sure. I'll tell him about the Great Foundry. I grew up here, I played in the main Foundry area and ran through the barracks. It stinks and it's loud and people can be like Thilden, but it's still home for me. Tell me about the people here. They're smiths and workers. I think they mean well, but they're also earnest and boring. They need to liven themselves up. Like, say, the Sensates. I like the Sensates, huh? They know how to live life. They know what it's all about, not like these people. They keep pretending there's some big noble purpose to it all, but I don't see it. My sister says that life is more than our senses show, but I don't see how she knows that, since all she knows is through her senses. I just don't get why people make this stuff up. Who's your sister? Sarosa? She can just look at someone and see what needs adding and what needs taking away. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. My father always said it was something about her ascending to another level. He said she was a born Godsman. Cool. That's the thank you, I think. Oh, this is the higher level, so if I go here, I can go up to all of those. I assume. I'm gonna save before talking to Keldor, because he seems like a big boy. And this is to the factories room. Factor's room. Actually, there's one thing that I want to try and do, because I didn't try and do that, because I got all the stuff, and then can I click the Foundry and actually do something, interact with the Foundry?
Done.
Because that would make sense that you can, right? You step up to the Forge of Heat, incredible, what do you do? Okay. Forge attempt. Let's see what happens. Use the forge. The fire is throwing off an incredible amount of heat, but thanks to your protection, you're able to withstand it without any damage. Would you like to work? What would you like to do first? Ready the tongs. Hammer on the anvil. Pick up the ore. Pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flame of the forge. Ready the tongs. You hold the tongs in a firm grip as the sweat pours from you. What would you like to do now? Pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flames. The ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. Place the softened ore on the forge and work it into shape. What would you like to forge? Something small and dangerous. A stiletto, a two-handed hammer, a battle axe. I don't need any of them, honestly. A two-handed hammer will be sold. A battle axe will be sold. Something small and dangerous, a stiletto. Let's try a stiletto. A stiletto, a quick, easy weapon, and one that will get you away from this inferno much sooner. Are you sure you want a stiletto? Now, this is a nice piece of work. Your stiletto is not only functional, it's perfectly balanced and deadly looking. Nice work. Now to get out of the flames. So I just made a high quality stiletto. Cool. Yes, what would you like to do? Hammer on the anvil. You pound the empty anvil. Hard work, sweaty. Okay, step back from the forge. That didn't do anything. Can I just get infinite more stuff from him? Where is the Liam? Oh, there he is. I need to use the forge. He looks you up and down. Okay, so he can just give me more ore. Okay. Ready to tongues. Hold the flames. Thanks to the officer. Would you like to make a two-handed hammer? Battle axe. An axe will take some time. You're going to do damned uncomfortable for a while, but at least you're not burning to death. Are you sure you want an axe? Yes. With a little decoration, this axe would fit the hands of the finest warriors. It's that good. This axe and I were going to see a lot of times together. I can just feel it. Battle axe of quality. Oh man, that's really good. That's like, we'll sell for some money for being free, essentially. I need to use the forge. Okay. Use the forge. Yes. Ready the tongues. Pick up the ore. Place the softened ore. A battle axe. A two-handed hammer. A fast piece of work, and one that will allow you to get out of the sweatbox quickly. Yes. Now this is a nice sledgehammer. Well-shaped, well-balanced, and perfectly suited to your hands. Good! So, and now I'm full, because now I can't move again. But high-quality sledgehammer. Cool? I guess. I'm just making stuff. Can I sell all of them for stuff? There's a bone dagger. 1d6 plus 1 enchanted plus piercing damage. It's way better than this. Yeah, it is. Oh. It should be, just make sure that it's... Ellie has a standing desk, and when she raises it up, it's... Oh, it disconnected! One second, folks. I'm gonna... You're good? I love you. Okay. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna handle it. So can I just keep doing this? And like making a lot of them for free? And selling them? Later? At the thing? Because that sounds pretty good. Is this like infinite money? Technically speaking? But at least the hammer again. What now? Friend, I think you've managed to work the forge enough. Everyone believes you've got some skill at it. Stand aside and let someone who really needs to use it at it. Alright, fine. Oh! So I've made 3 things and now I can't anymore. They don't let me anymore. But I do have ore. Okay, that's fine. I made 3 things. That's nice. I'm a super cool smith or something. Alright, before we talk to Keldor, let's talk to this guy for no particular reason at all. Nilzander. I'm just gonna make a save. Nilzendo. You see a bushy-haired man clad in the height of fashion, if you consider fashion to have died 50 years ago. His clothing seems to consist of tattered street urchin rags, and he seems to affect a disdainful manner towards those around him, or that might be his actual manner. He doesn't even glance at you until you speak to him, and then his eyes begin searching your face carefully. You want something? Who are you? I'm Nil Xander, great-grandson of the artificer Zero Xander. Or maybe he's artificial too, I don't know. Engineer, dreamer, creator. And I have finished his work, the work that you commissioned, the Dream Builder. Are you ready to claim the use of it now? A Dream Builder? What's that? It is both machine and ritual. It is a state of mind and a construct of steam and blood. It grants dreams to those who enter its confines. It was built for you, and it's waiting for you. Are you ready to finish it off? It's been waiting for you for decades. How do you know it was built for me? Because my great-grandfather, Zeno Xander, set your face in stone so that we would know when you returned for the work you commissioned. He always thought you'd return, but no one else truly believed you would. Our family completed it because we said we would, and now, here you are. Do you still have this stone? Nope, it was stolen from me a year ago. I saw only a shadow fading away. It was the only item taken from my home. I have no idea who'd take it, but I'd memorized the features. I'm not interested in this right now. Alright, let's finish the Dream Builder. What I need to begin the final stages of the Dream Builder is a piece of your skin immersed in your blood so that the machine can familiarize itself with your physical essence. It must be in a blue-green bottle to symbolize the dream sea on which you float. I don't know that I want to fetch that for you. Flesh and blood. I've given enough of that lately. Answer a question for me first. I'm not interested in your Dream Builder. Okay, A small frown of concentration creases his already wrinkled forehead. What would you like to know? What can you tell me about the Godsman? He sighs and collects himself. That's a long subject. Let's get started on it. Now, all creatures want something, don't they? They create, they build, they tear down, they dream, they fight, they fornicate. They do all these things because they want something beyond what they have. Even on the basest level of existence, every iota strives to be something greater. Some achieve this, some fall by the wayside. Go on. Every decision, every action, every reaction, these all create a base on which something else builds. Seems obvious then that our current exalted state of being is building a base for ourselves for something greater. What is that, if not godhood? That's the way I've always justified it. And frankly, I ain't in the mood for a philosophical discussion. You just went there, but okay. You want that find a factor or something. Where can I find a factor? Factor Kelder's right up there on the dais. Talk to him, or else find the suicidal Berg Sandos and talk to him. Are you done pestering me yet? Not yet. A small frown. Okay. Tell me about your co-workers. Bah, they do not possess a true fire. They speak of creation, and they boast of their potentials, but they do not create anything beyond the mundane. Their imaginations are poor, limited, obsessed with the small details. A true dreamer, I say, creates a grand scheme and then concentrates on the details. Starting with details is for the ants of the imagination, the small insects who aspire only to be fed. That's very charitable of you. Answer some questions for me, if you would. What do you do here? What do I do? I am the engineer of all engineers. I studied under the Tanari smith Kazan, who tempered words on a forge of hate, quenched them in a trough of despair, and sent them forth to slaughter stupidity. Okay. Elements of phrases, caustic words were brought to him, and he created weapons of terrifying magnitudes, weapons that would lay an enemy low and destroy the malformed ideas of others. I'm sure you've seen his work. So, you create evil weapons? Not at all! My forge is not built on hate, but on understanding. I have also studied under the Archon artisan Terrasphera, who created the healing touch of a gentle thought. Ideas that would still any fiendish spitting heart. He worked his will with love and devotion. My work blends theirs, as all mortals' psyches blend elements of the demonic and the sublime. Are the co-workers as well trained as you? Bah! They do not possess... Okay. Nothing right now for a well. Okay, I'm gonna save. Flesh and blood. I don't know if I want to fetch it, but you don't, eh? Then maybe you ought to remember that you're fetching these items for a design you funded, for a project you wanted created in the first place, for a device so impractical that the solution to it consumed the lives of 4 generations of my family. All for you! If you want to see this project complete, you'll finish the final stages, then stop your endless whining. Old man, don't take the tone of voice with me or you'll find that they're last words you utter. Fine, I'll just do it. Just stop yelling at me. What does he need? Help complete the dream builder. Ask me to help him complete the dream builder so that I may dream again. Fetch a vial. Santa asked me to fetch him a vial of my skin and blood for the final stages of the dream builder. Sure. What? But sure. I mean, sure. What? Keldor. Okay. You see a sturdy man who looks like he's just bursting with vitality. His face is tanned and lined, and his black beard is beginning to show hints of white. Hail, stranger, and well met. What can I do for you on this fine day? I have a message for you from Glitzper the auctioneer. A message, eh? He takes the note from you. Very well, you can tell him the message is delivered. Was there anything else you wanted? I had a few more questions. What do you want to know? Who are you? He smiles broadly. My friend, I am Kelder of Durian, one of the factotums of the Godsman, and nominally in charge of this place while our true high-ups are gone in conclave. What can you tell me about your faction? He smiles, his face creasing in wrinkles. What would you like to know about it? How do I join? If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you must complete 3 quests. The first quest is this. You must go to the forge and create an item. This will show that you are capable of seeing the possibilities inherent in even a base lump of iron. That you are capable of bringing forth something that you will stand the test of time. It measures your vision and your ability to make the potential actual. Talk to Elisa, the Foundry supervisor, in the main Foundry to see how it's all done. I had some other questions.
My journal.
I already did that, yeah. What can you tell me about this place? This is the Great Foundry, home of the Believers of the Source, also known as the Godsmen. Here we make items that ship all over the planes. We're renowned in many worlds, only the best work here. It's said that we've got a staff of smiths that rival those in Mount Clangadine itself. Personally, I don't think we're that good, but we are close. What can you take on additional work? Sadly, friend, we cannot. We're engaged in a long-term contract right now that's taking up most of our resources. Perhaps when we're finished in a matter of years, he shrugs. My apologies. I have some other questions. I need to ask some questions about the forge. You had some questions about the forge. I will answer all I can. Actually, just answer some other questions for me. I'd like to see the secret project if I could. He smiles. Friend, I can't give that to you until you prove yourself a friend of the Godsman. Then answer a few more questions. Who are you? Add some questions. I guess that's it. Join the Godsman. I have begun the 3 tests that will allow me to join the Godsman. Forge an item. I am to forge an item for my first test. I already did that. Can't I? Okay. Well, that's if I actually want to join the Godsman, which I'm very unsure if I want to do or not. Because yeah, she is part of the Faction Free League. And everybody else are not. And do I want to join the Godsman? I need to understand them better because I don't at the moment. Let's just go up. Let's talk to Bidailin. You see a severe woman with flaming red hair pulled back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. At your approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something?" "Yes." "Tell me about the Great Foundry." She stifles a yawn. You can ask almost anyone else here about the Foundry and you'll get the same answer. What makes you think I'll give you one that's any different? Ask another question. Tell me on the project. Tell you about the project we've sworn our lives to complete and defend. No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Let's just say it's powerful, and it'll be worth the effort we've put into it. Fine. Who are you? My name is Betty Lynn. I'm a magical engineer. Not a mage, mind you, but a theoretician. And I'm going to make sure the Godsmen don't get a chance to use that weapon or contract for other such weapons of war again. Tell me the other people. The other people here, well, you've got the brilliant but eccentric Neil Zander, the Githrazi outcast woman Thilda the Grey, whose heart is much less ambiguous than his name, Kelder the Factor, Sanders the Factor, the 2 children of Sandas, supervisors, smiths, and a host of others. They all pass me by at one point or another, and frankly haven't made that much of an effort to get to know them. They work for me, or they don't, and that's about as much as I care, I'm afraid. I'm rather devoted to my work. Okay. There's... cool, I guess. Doesn't say much, does she? Ooh, books. Nope. 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 I'm glad we had this talk.
I'm gone.
And nope, 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 nope. Well, this has been very fruitful.
Done.
Last one.
I'm gone.
Can I actually go in here? Oh yes, but it's the trigger's very tiny.
All right.
And nope, and nope, and nope, and nope, and nope. Okay.
Done.
Just sure. This was great. How do I okay. Super. Oh, can you open the fucking door? Are you kidding me right now? Oh, Sarosa, Saros. No, those are the two. Yeah. It's not much to let's talk to her again just to see if now anything. Everyone seems to have a special talent. Oh, I know not how I came by it. It seems something that has always been part of me. I can only surmise my past lives, and my beliefs in this one has given me a special insight into mortal nature. I am gifted with the ability to see a piece of the potential within every being. By reading the true name graven on the mortal's very being, and by slightly mispronouncing that word, I am able to change the nature of that potential, thus changing the nature of its bearer. Can you teach me this skill? I can change you, but I cannot teach you. It is like teaching color to a blind man, or sound to a deaf man, and I will change it, if the price is right. I don't think that's fair. No, it is not fair, but this is my gift, and these are my tests, and I choose to do with my gifts as I will. Now, how can I help? Okay. Can you change me? I can change you, but I cannot teach you. Well, what is the price? Tell me, do you subscribe to the philosophy of the Godsmen? No. You don't like the philosophy, why not? I think it's worse than that of the Dustmen. At least they do not preach, they accept and move on. Then I shan't try to disabuse of your relief. What else can I do for you? Cannot save game while in die mode. Okay. Godsman?
Updated my journal.
I lied. Do you honestly think to deceive one who can read the hearts of men? Fool! She speaks to a single syllable that seems to distort the air around you. That wrenches a piece of you away and spins it into the ether. Get gone, scarred flesh, and speak not to me again. I'll be back, you'll pay for that. Strength decrease. You think to threaten me with without cost to yourself? Fool! She speaks 3 arcane syllables, and you feel as if a piece of your heart has been... Then she calls out, guards! Killer! Ah! Okay, I lost dexterity and strength and constitution, and I'm not gonna do that.
I'm gone.
Okay. Not gonna lie to her. Mistakes were not made. I am not stupid. Damn. She's mean though. This is very mean. It's not cool, dude. Let's go over here and see what we can find.
I'm gone.
Here. Godsman quarters. Hello, Godsman. Guards. Door's locked. We need more guards protecting the Foundry. Oh, sorry, sir. No one's allowed here until Factor Santos gets back. You can't go in. What can you tell me about him? He's a believer, sir. A true believer. But he's moody and all that travels across the multiverse can't be good for your head. You either lose perspective or get too much of it. Either way, it ain't good. I'm hoping you'll make it back safe. We'll see. Okay. Door is locked. What happens if I just try to...
Failed.
Oh, it failed.
What's up?
What if, who has the most strength, actually? You do.
Sure, why not?
No.
Endure. In your will be done.
Yeah, probably can't.
I'm gone.
Okay, they wanted me to do a thing to become a Godsman. Maybe I will. Maybe.
Done.
I need to get to the guarded room. I'm looking where to pick up office. This items to work the forge. What exactly do Godsmen stand for? I guess I don't need anything. I mean, I just need to make something, so am I allowed to make another thing, or did I screw this up forever? Yeah, ready the tongues. Pick up the ore, place the softened ore. A battle axe, yes. With little decoration, I always knew I had it in me. Now to show Keldor and maybe try this weapon out. On Keldor. Probably not. So, Thilden, I would still like my additional ore. He squints you got no need for it, far as I can tell. Get mazed, Burke. Why don't you give it to me and you can walk away healthy? Fine, answer other questions. Okay. So he doesn't want to give it to me anymore? Why not? He looks to the size. How do you figure I'm going to be scared of you? Get lost. Turns away from you. Okay. I don't want to do that just in case there's any. But yeah, I'm not getting any more ore, I guess.
Stand away from me, Mort.
I can't stand anywhere. It's this leg thing, you know?
Find a way, scum.
I'm gone.
Okay, Anna randomly decided to not like Mort, which is interesting. I should probably talk to everybody and see if we can do anything, but yeah. Maybe later. I finished forging my creation. He takes it from you and examines it carefully. That is without a doubt one of the better pieces I've seen a recruit forge. You can go far, my friend. Are you ready for the next test? I certainly hope so. And I get a bunch of experience. Yay! He continues grimly. A murderer has struck in the Foundry, and I am forsaking the usual test in order for you to track this killer down. Go speak to the supervisor, Alyssa Teal, in the main Foundry, and proceed from there. When you have completed your investigation and are ready to name a culprit, come back to me. Alright.
Updated my journal.
Nothing, thanks, bye. Okay, murder mystery time? Murder mystery! We're 42 minutes in. I would like to finish soon because I've got other stuff to do. Okay. Oh, there's literally a dude.
Done.
Shocking. I'm gonna go murder mystery. There's a murder mystery. Where's Alyssa? There she is. You again, what do you want now? My apologies for my impatience, but we are on a schedule here. Under Keldor's authority, I'm investigating that murder that occurred here. What can you tell me about it? You want to know what I saw the night of the murder? Well, I was working late, then when I heard the sound of a scuffle. When I came out, I saw a shadowy figure slip out the door into the meeting hall, and I raised the alarm. Do you have any other details? I only know 3 people who have access to that building that night. They were Thilden, Saris, and Bedlilin. 3 of them have dramatically different builds, but in the haze of the Foundry, I couldn't see clearly. How do I know you didn't do it? I have an alibi, not to mention that Keldor already ascertained the truth from me. I have nothing to hide. Apparently Thilden, Saris, and Bedlilin do, though, because they wouldn't go under Keldor's spell. Oh. Where can I find her? Where can I find him? Where can I find... Yeah. I know where they are. In any of the Foundry areas, she's one of the chief engineers. What's going on? Where can I get those items? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, now we need to go investigate. I do before doing that, however, because... Yeah. Before investigating, I want to go out of here, Jesus Christ, and go to the auctioneer.
I'm gone.
And give him tell him that I did the thing, so that we would get rid of some stuff. Gutsper. The message is delivered. Ooh, we got a bunch of experience. Great. That was certainly speedy, wasn't it? My thanks, my friend. My thanks, friend. One more task for you, for the princely sum of 200 coins. Just take this handbill down to Berkey's at the smoldering corpse and ask him to post it somewhere. He's an old friend, so he'll be glad to see it. Alright, add a few more questions.
Updated my journal.
Gained an item. Anything you want, time and words or money. Who are you and what do you do? What are you selling? Okay, does he say hammer of quality? I don't know, but can I sell you stuff? I'm gonna keep this and this. This I can very much sell. Leather apron. I need the leather apron. Scroll of luck, scroll of friends. Yeah, nothing much that's super interesting. Right, and she has nothing super interesting. We can also sleep here, but I have no need to do that.
Learn some new tricks.
And Anna leveled up. Cool.
Hi.
Yes. Which one did you level up? As a fighter. More pickpocket. Now that I know that pickpockets exist, I want a pickpocket. Fighting skills improved 5 hit points, 1 from constitution, and she is better at fighting. Cool. Like, sure, whatever.
I'm gone.
Nothing major happened. I do have a lot of money, and I'm like, were there any more things that I wanted from Cinder? Whatever. Let's do that next time. It's fine. Posting handbill, high quality sledgehammer. I do want to try though to sell stuff to Enze. Super unsure at the moment. High quality sledgehammer. Cool. Yeah. He took the stuff. Siphon knuckles. Sorry. Oh wow. Transferred hit points from target to wielder. 1d6 plus 2. 1d6 plus 2. What are you using? She is like a fighter for me, so 1d6 plus 2. This is already 2 plus 8 plus 2 plus piercing plus 2 to armor plus 1 to luck. These are better. These are ridiculously good. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I mean, that sounds fantastic because you constantly get HP back, but man, it just deals so much more damage than what she's doing. The pawn shop. Okay. So what I think we will do is finish here because we're 47 minutes. Or maybe we can try a little bit. Let's I'm thinking about everything I have to do today. Yeah, all right. Let's keep going for a little bit longer. Murder mystery. Talk to the 3. Clock to the 3. Tilden. Shame about the poor smith Vilden. Really it was. Still, he weren't one to keep himself to the grindstone. He weren't dedicated. This is the way the plans turn. Mark my words, every basher gets his due. Ah well, what can old Tilden do for you? I'd like to ask some questions, other than the fact that you're super did it. You super did it. What are you doing the night of the murder? Can you give me some ore? Fine, ask some other questions. What were you doing the night of the murder? What was I doing? Well, I was sitting in my room with a nice loaf of bread and a jug of wine. Staying in. Didn't go out all night. Didn't see no need. Do you know anyone who can swear otherwise? No. Never saw the need to make sure of it. One place you might ask, if you're really looking for leads, is Saris. That little thieving knight goes everywhere. With what with his father being such a high up here. He always was into new experiences. Boy's practically a sensate, if you ask me. Probably wanted to kill someone and see if he could get away with it. Saris. I'll remember that. In the meantime, I have some more questions. What were you doing the night of the murder? Do you have anyone who's... Okay, well, yeah, nothing. Farewell. Let's go talk to the others, other than the fact that Tilden totally did it, or so it seems so obvious that he did it, but who knows? Maybe he didn't do it. We will find out. Hey, Bedley Lynn, how you doing? What do you want? Tell me what you know about the murder. Let's see. I asked the guards to head out for the night because I was working on some delicate engineering on the project in the next room, and I didn't need their psychic emanations fouling up some very crucial work. It was with some dismay that I found the body when I emerged from the room. Being as I have no other alibi, I realize I'm a suspect, and I suspect you've already found that I wouldn't consent to going under the spell to answer. The reason for that is that it would be violating the oath of secrecy I swore to protect the project. I think I'll check on that with Keldor. You do that. He'll verify what I've told you. He administered the oath to me, so he knows its power. Very well. Other questions? Okay. So far, very much seems like, yeah, Thildian did it because he's an ass. Verify that with Keldor. No, I'd like to ask more questions first. Nothing, thanks. Saris. I can't believe what happened. The poor Smith, I can't believe what happened to him. It's pretty awful to be wedged into the gears like that. I had some questions for you. Do you have any idea what might have happened? Who told you? The supervisor? She's right. I come in here at night sometimes when there's no one around. He looks around conspiratorially for a moment and lowers his head towards you. I saw Thilden creeping out of here. The main reason I know it was him is because he dropped something. He hands you an awl with the name Thilden etched into the wooden handle. Thanks. I'll be back to talk to you again, I'm sure. What have you found? Are you going to let me go free? Not yet. However, I had some questions. Nothing more for now. Well-fashioned awl with the name Thilden burnt expertly into the wood handle. Okay, let's go ask Thilden if that's actually his, or if Saris is a maniacal little asshole. Shame about that poor Smith of Vilden. Really, or still, he weren't one to keep himself to the grindstone. He weren't dedicated. Okay, Saris, you remember Saris, don't you? Gave me an owl found near his body. Oddly, the owl has your name etched into the handle. How do you explain that?
My journal.
He looks momentarily flustered, and then, Saris is a thief. Odds are he stole it from me. In fact, I've been missing my owl for some time now. Never mentioned it to anyone, because I figured I just lost it. Now I know that Saris stole it to frame me. Better go get him before he gives you the laugh. Seeing your expression, he says before he escapes. That sounds a little too pat. I'll ask him about it as soon as I get some more answers from you. You want answers? Like what? Yeah, I can't say. Okay. His word against his word.
All right.
What does my journal say? Kelder assigned me to investigate. Take the handle to work his fetch a file journal. I confronted Thiller with the awl Saris gave me. Thiller claims he's being framed by Saris. Where's Saris? There you are, sir. Thiller says that you planted the awl at the murder scene and that you're trying to frame him for the riddle because you two disagree. Of course he'd say that, just because he's guilty and he wants to make you look someplace. I saw him kill that man. Sure, we disagree, but that doesn't mean I want him dead. Just because he's a total Burke doesn't mean he should be arrested. He should be arrested for killing a Vilden. Tell him he needs proof. Alright then, I had some other questions for you.
My journal.
Okay. Saris denies framing Thilden. He says Thilden should be arrested for murder as if I didn't already know someone should be. Okay. Let's go back and forth. Let's go back and forth between them. He tells me it's not a frame. In fact, he says that he personally witnessed you killing the poor sod. He what? I tell you that boy's a thief and a murderer, and you don't believe me? What if I told you the lad's an anarchist, too? A member of the Revolutionary League? Why should I believe that?
My journal.
A pious look creeps into his face. 'Cause I say it's so. 'Cause I'm about to say something that'll make a criminal of me, but I'll say it to see justice done. He pauses. I know he's an anarchist because he tried to recruit me. Him and that engineer, Betty Lynn. I told him I'd do it so I could trap him, but then I realized I didn't have the stomach to harm poor Saris. I turned him down, and now we're trying to cover their tracks. That's why they want me gone. They're the killers, not me. Assuming I believe this, why shouldn't I have you imprisoned too? What? You're accusing me? But I didn't do anything, Burke. You've got the wrong man. Please, I didn't do it. I'm just having a little joke with you, Tilden. Relax. Answer some questions. See you get your execution. You want answers like what? Fine. Saris is an anarchist, working in league with the engineer Bedley Lynn and trying to just discredit him. Oh my god, this goes cray-cray. Tilla says you're an anarchist and you're trying to pin the crime on him. Anger strikes sparks in her eyes, but a look of scorn replaces it so quickly you're not even sure you read it right. An anarchist, right. Here's my other leg. Pull that one too. Did you have some real questions, or can I get back to work? What was that flash of anger? She smiled slightly. You don't miss much, do you? Allow me to put it this way. How would you feel if you were falsely accused? My anger stems from that and nothing more. She seems honest about this. I don't buy that. You'll have to, because you're getting no other answer from me. She turns stiffly away from you. Well, she won't say much, but Saris, can I talk to him from here? No. Interesting. Tells me you and Bedley Lynn are anarchists and that you're trying to frame him because he turned down an offer to join you. Saris pales. She has nothing to do with this. I did it on my own, but the truth is, Tilden shoved Avilion into the gears. I put the owl there to make sure everyone would know he was there, because I'm just a kid and no one would believe what I was saying. Alright, I admit that I planted the owl, but I only did it to make sure he got punished for his crime. Why? Why should I not think that you're doing this to get back at him for some other crime?
Dated my journal.
Because I don't know why you'd think that, but I promise go talk to him and tell him what I said, and then you can decide for yourself. I'll do that. Stay here. Jesus. Back and forth we go. Back and forth we go. Hey, Tilden, how are you doing? What's little Lickspit tell you now? I'm sure he'd do all lies. He says that he planted the all, but only because he wanted to make sure that you'd be implicated in the death. He says you're a murderer, and he wants to make sure you get caught. The supervisor's face drains of color. He admitted he's an anarchist? Yes, he seems to believe you're dangerous to everyone around you, whether they be anarchist or godsmen, and that someone needs to stop you. He's willing to admit to his own crimes in order to ensure you meet justice. His beefy face grows red with apoplexy. You're accusing me? But I hid the murderer! I'm just trying to expose anarchists, Burke. Damn you. You can't do this to me. You can't trust anyone who says they saw me do it. You can't say I did it. Would you say the same thing under oath and under spell? I'm betting Saris would. I can say that if I like. Saris makes a better witness. He's more convincing, and he's not as hated around here as you. I'm betting that his story is the correct one, and that that's what I'm going to tell. Would you say the same under oath and under spell? I'm betting Saris would. Bugger. Can I at least take my stuff and give this place the laugh? Old Tilden, make sure you won't regret it. Oh, he does want to leave. Only if you can beat it out of here before I make it to Keldor. I don't make much of your chances. No, remain here or suffer even worse consequences. You can rest assured that I can make certain of that. Good day, Tilden. Sure, get going? Saris admitted that he planted the all. He claims that he did it to make sure people would investigate the Tilden's involvement.
Done.
I can just, say she did it and not care at all. What is the decision? Well, decisions. I really don't know what to say, but let's see. That's clearly what was written there. Okay, Tilden committed the crime, but Saris tried to frame him for it. It's an anarchist plot, and Saris is in the middle of it. Arrest them both. Vilden did it. He had personal problems with Vilden, and he was trying to frame Saris for the crime. Execute him. Saris is an anarchist trying to break down the Foundry. He tried to frame Tilden for the crime. I'm gonna go with the truth. What? Both of them? This is a sad day for the Godsman. Sad day indeed. Allow me a moment to summon the guards.
Dated my journal.
He seems saddened by the ordeal. It is done. My thanks for resolving the investigation. You have but one task remaining to you. Sandoz, father of Sorosa and Saris, one of our more vital members, has returned from a harrowing journey. He has locked himself in the tower room and is threatening to kill himself. Speak to him. Stop him. I'm on it.
Dated my journal.
Got 10k. I want to talk about Sandoz. Still alive, at least. Answer some more questions. Okay.
I feel stronger.
I feel stronger, leveled up. Cool. I went with the truth. I wonder how Sorosa will hate me, though. How dare you speak to me when you have sent my brother to wait the executioner's blade? I should tear the will from your spirit for the pain you have brought our family. I'm sorry. He was guilty, and no amount of blood kinship can change that. We're guilty, though of different crimes. Both of them had to face the law. He was my brother, and now my father stands ready to die as well. I hope your heart can bear knowing that it brings so much pain to the world. I cannot set aside my belief in the law for the benefit of a single individual. I certainly can. I've done it before, and chances are good. So I would not have implicated him. My heart is not warmed by the thought, but I believe that such pain is often the way to better things. Though we cannot see the benefit immediately, we learn to see the good when the pain has passed. You really believe that, don't you? I love my brother, but you are true to yourself, and I cannot fault that. Good. Then answer some questions for me. Truth, I apologize for causing you and yours pain, lady. Her eyes grow distant, as if she's seeing something beyond your 5 sentences. You're forgiven, as long as you remember that all your actions have consequences, whether you see them or not, and that you can cause pain through your ignorance. Let these words serve you. Thank you. Could you answer some? Thank you. Farewell. By the way, do I have an alignment? I'm still true neutral. Okay. Just checking. Mage, spell, yay, more spell stuff. Characteristic points. Okay. Oh boy. What were we doing? Were we raising charisma or wisdom? I don't know. My intelligence is super high. Your intelligence surpasses that of mortal men. Amount of spells you can put in your spell book. Your charisma is of heroic proportions. Your wisdom is of heroic proportions. Should I go for wisdom or charisma? I don't know. I'm gonna go with wisdom. Surpasses that of mortal men, you gain a substantial bonus to all earned experience points. Oh my god, yes, please. Holy crap, should have done that a long time. That's phenomenal. Okay. Okay, we're legally past 1 hour. We're legally past 1 hour, so we're just gonna go do this later. Next time. And decisions were made. Convince him not to die. Cool. So we are done. Thank you so much for watching as usual, and we will go back to normal every week. Every weekend should be from now on. Way more proper, way more normal stuff should come from now. Normal schedule is the word I'm looking for. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.